We are doing continuation of Terraform question where we left from our previous video. Question 11. Which file extension does Terraform recognize for configuration files? A.tf only, B.tf and .tf.json, C.tf and .yaml, D.hcl only.
Terraform recognizes files ending in b.tf and .tf.json.
Question 12. What is a key benefit of using a declarative infrastructure as code tool like Terraform over an imperative one? A. It allows you to specify the exact step-by-step process for creating resources. B. It focuses on the what, the desired end state, rather than the how, the steps to get there. C. It requires less code to write. D. It executes faster.
The key benefit of a declarative tool like Terraform is that it focuses on the what, the desired end state, rather than the how, the steps to get there.
Question 13. A Terraform plan has been run, and it shows that 3 resources will be created, 2 will be modified, and 1 will be destroyed. What will happen if you run Terraform apply? A. Terraform will prompt you to approve the plan before making any changes. B. Terraform will automatically apply the changes without prompting. C. Terraform will run a new plan, then prompt for approval. D. The command will fail because a plan file was not saved.
Unless the auto-approve flag is used, Terraform apply will always A. Terraform will prompt you to approve the plan before making any changes.
Question 14. You have an existing S3 bucket in your AWS account that was created manually. You now want to manage this bucket with Terraform. What command should you use? A. Terraform apply target AWS _ S3 _ bucket.mybucket. B. Terraform refresh. C. Terraform import AWS _ S3 _ bucket.myExistingBucketName. D. Terraform state push.
To bring existing infrastructure under Terraform's management, you use C. Terraform import AWS _ S3 _ bucket.myExistingBucketName.
Question 15. What is a Terraform provider? A. A cloud platform like AWS, Azure, or GCP. B. A plugin that allows Terraform to interact with an API. C. A collection of reusable Terraform modules. D. A paid service offered by HashiCorp.
A Terraform provider is B. A plugin that allows Terraform to interact with an API of a specific service.
Question 16. You have defined the following variable. How can you provide a value for it during a Terraform apply? Choose 2. A. By passing a command line flag, -var equals instance _ type equals t2.micro. B. By creating a terraform.tf vars file. C. By setting an environment variable named tf var _ instance _ type. D. By setting an environment variable named var _ instance _ type.
You can provide values for variables by B. Creating a terraform.tf vars file, and C. By setting an environment variable named tf _ var _ instance _ type. Option A is also a valid method, but the provided syntax for it was incomplete in the original question.
Question 17. What is the purpose of the output block in Terraform? A. To print debug information to the console. B. To define the required provider versions. C. To declare values that a parent module can use from a child module. D. To store sensitive data securely.
The purpose of the output block is C. To declare values that a parent module can use from a child module, or to expose information to the user.
Question 18. Your Terraform apply command failed midway through its execution. What will be the state of your infrastructure? A. Terraform will automatically roll back all changes to the pre-apply state. B, the infrastructure will be in a partially applied state with some resources created or updated and others not. C, all infrastructure will be destroyed to ensure a clean state. D, Terraform will lock the state file until the issue is manually resolved.
If an apply fails midway, B, the infrastructure will be in a partially applied state with some resources created or updated and others not. Terraform is not atomic in this regard.
Question 19. What does the Terraform FMT command do? A, it formats the output of Terraform plan to be more readable. B, it rewrites Terraform configuration files to a canonical format and style. C, it validates the configuration syntax. D, it displays formatted information about the Terraform state.
The Terraform FMT command, B, it rewrites Terraform configuration files to a canonical format and style.
Question 20. In a resource block, what is the significance of the second label in quotes? For example, web server in resource AWS instance.webserver. A, it is the physical ID of the resource in the cloud provider. B, it is the resource type. C, it is the logical name used to refer to this resource within the Terraform configuration. D, it is a tag that will be applied to the resource.
The second label, web server, is C. It is the logical name used to refer to this resource within the Terraform configuration.